First track is always whack, like think back for every poem I drop. I got 100 I scrapped and my writing has stalled. I've been stuck at a wall, no dents made and debts you pay. What should I say? Talk to me please. I think twice before dropping to my knees. Once more I'm deployed and haunted by the ghost of my woes, and I wrestle with angels in the dirt. My pores clogged while you tug on my shirt. It's time to go, bro, wrap it up before the food gets cold. But the mic's still on and there's at least one soul in my sight. Think quick, what should I say this time? Metaphors that rhyme, boats wash up on the vertical shores we climb. A lemon tree is a monument to what we want to find. A simile is simply means of conveying me. How messages I send you are like ships in a bottle, unable to be removed unless damaged and blotted. Or should I write vaguely, direct and name at my peers? A mess of words that no one ever really seems to hear, or discuss more of my fears. The aging and escape into my youth from my stained callous hands. The camp projects I trash cause my confidence been damn scram. Kid, I'm stuck in transit. Layovers paint pictures of perspective, let's see if he lands it. Like what we see there is a misconstruction of truth. I got family members thinking Chicago is one big hood. I think I fear for my safety, not because I'm a target of enemies. Carelessly I broke bread with criminals back when I was hustling, but because my hunger vanished and I'm putting less and less on my plate. And my mornings are wrought with rapid upticked heart rates. I throw up every other day, and only one of those times could alcohol be blamed. I push my body until it's hugged by pain, sweat and blood. Let me bathe and keep me from going insane. It might be depraved. I check every day to see what you might say. It's attention I crave. I mean, can I be blamed? Can anyone else say the same? I'm begging. There's gotta be someone who will pick up what I'm laying. Until then, it's pen clicked and pages torn. I'm scribbling down things I want to ignore. Forgo the standard practice. I lack tact and smack lips, thumbtacks to pen words that I miss. The shack crumbles from its aged wood, and if I go lost, then I guess that's just for the greater good. A spectacle, the inner city delectable, horseshoe tossing and outer wild presentable. It's terrible, repeated patterns and stitching. Fellini be missing. I'm riding merry-go-round and carousels that are hissing. A horse comes alive, I watch as they ride, gallop past seashores and that down horizon line. A sunset is only as pretty as the company you keep. I watch it alone and have to condone that the magic I see won't be believed. It's shared aqueducts in the gel, like the watering hole needs you to bring your own pail. It pales in comparison. The soldiers stock up on weapons in the garrison and then decided that they wanted to bail. And measurements for the ladder that'll lead you down to hell get bundled together with staircases that go nowhere. Depositions flow backwards, rows close, and we live to serve. Prepare yourself for what you loathe to occur. Tear dyes lead to teary eyes, diaries that transcribe emotional lies. Surprise, its unexpectedness leads to more lives lost. And the warfare we ignore is backed by immense cost. But the stock price rises, invest in locks for your doors. 1,000 scoundrels would like to have a few words. It's more than I deserve. Bookshelves built with loving hands. I am not Bob Dylan. The product you buy is nothing but a sham. Wood chips scattered on open land is nothing new, like stale food poured out of a can. Centuries will pass and I'll break down in the sand. Cram for the test of your life. Misery leads to open-toed strife, and pick up the pace with pride. The race you bet on is gonna eat you alive. Crab claws broken open with steel tongs. Hold my arms above my head as you sing me your songs. The freaks come out as I pack up my bong. Long time no see turned into silence we keep, and I'd be okay if you spit at my feet. Buried in the dirt, pour out a bottle or two. That murky gold liquid gonna stifle some truths. The dead don't drink, but the living sure do. And I sure wish you walked amongst the living too. We happy few are so quick to misconstrue the point of your departure. In my head it's some grand gesture. There's meaning in loss, surely that's true. What kind of lesson does thy teacher toss our way? Okay, can't stare into open grave. Beat myself if a memory I cannot save. Tears clouding my vision, I'm blind. Beers clouding my judgment, my mind. I stoop so low just to meet my inner child, and I'm lost and confused, dazed into the wild. A spade of dirt, we all piled it up, and the flowers got dropped. It was wine, not blood, that stained my shirt, but the pillowcase bled like a newborn calf, and my skin had scars that I gave to myself. The memory is a burden that I will not pass on to another. Arm in arm, the stranger hath become my brother. City and sea of lights that bloom when they shine. The choir of whales is a song in the night. What happened to bedtime stories and claims you were right? A headstrong approach often ignores how many people pass through your doors. Or do you forget names and faces, mysterious nouns in unexpected places? Brace yourself, your teeth get imprisoned and placed in the pound. Animal crawls, you aim your gun to the ground. A couple shots let off and dirt flies up. We stand around the bar, a couple shots let and you're bent over, throwing up in my arms. The tiger I loved at my side has forgotten my name, my face, our time. I still wear my striped shirt with pride, and my cat ears perk up when the tiger crosses my mind. The paw prints in the dirt I find, trail goes so cold, I see my breath when I sigh. I am not Bob Dylan. A 6th Street caper once taught me something about making money. When the mud is up to your knees trying to stay clean, it's easier to be funny. Some people stick needles and things into bloodstreams, but I prefer a whole change in what my mind sees. I'm blinding, finding you a bit too confused for my liking. A good friend of mine said you need to figure out what you want before meddling with others. The affairs and it's up in the airs ain't gonna cut it, it's uninviting. I've been isolated, it gets harder to quit. Inhaled so much toxicity, I'm sure to get sick. Lick upon old wounds and watch where your tongue lies. I've been keen to pull old moves and sever some new ties. You sharpen your own knives and the table ain't even been set yet. It's shameless. I'm going over things that you said, yes, and I'm getting used to signing checks. And the puffer vest got left at a place I was restless to get back to. I'm overwhelmed by artwork in your eyes, and smile and laugh or repaint the Sistine Chapel. Roam tundras with my t-shirt wrapped around my head, collecting sweat. It gets stuffy when you clog up the vent with things you repress. Draw back that string and microanalyze the little things. Pick out the new focus and pickpocket the keys to that Ford Focus. And the amount of shame, copious. The wine bottles you drank, copulas. A plethora of memoriam pours out a cornucopias. And life without you might as well be dystopia. How personal can one person get? Have you had those talks where you really shed skin and some tears? Discuss your biggest fears with your friends yet? Only a handful know me for real. I bet on losing horses on purpose. I love to see money leave my hand in exchange for gifts I purchase. Birdhouse or birdcage, they dangle and sway. Boxes from eBay, bid on the product you think will keep you safe. Roll up the garage door that my tie is stuck on. I'll watch over you all when I'm long gone. Above or below, whoever listened to my voice memos. My plane never lands in my dreams, and my nights are sleepless with screams. Contrast perspectives, fluctuate frequencies like relatives you don't see frequently. And it's all love if you cross the sea to meet with me. I got trade lines set up and I'm not too fond of maps. My feet just move forward while my head looks back. Let's backtrack to the root of contact. What gives you the right to attack my line? Like, were you not a presence that pushed me aside? I'm confused and not used to dealing with signs. You guilty of wanting more, why don't you make your damn mind up? I already forgave you, damage is done, bed made. Anything more is like polishing guns, unnecessary. A waste of my time for this constant chatter is taxing like fines. What is your goal? I hate that years ago the question proposed, yet still I don't know. I'm also to blame, I'm sure to entertain. That's a product of loneliness and a fucked up brain, but I'm glad you came. Untied shoes and a crew neck you made. Blu-rays that went unplayed. What movies did you say you saw in mine? And where in the soil did you draw that line? I'm lost. Plane crash and split in half. My innards pour out like a slaughtered lamb chopped calf. I do fine dining on account of my past. Don't think I could take much more. I don't think I could last. But a present unwrapped is damaged and in need of a cast. So break all my bones. It's the least you can do and the most I deserve. I'm dangling from strings you placed on the curve, and you can skin me and make a rug for my fur. I remember that day I dissolved chewing gum on account of my nerves. Blood vessels pop, life moves fast. Things you remember from both of our past. And your mother gave me candy cause she felt real bad. And my therapist questioned why I wasn't more mad. Kylie lilies and crawdads boiled, and he was clad in tinfoil armor. The new look was an old fad, and maybe you were just a tad bit too rude. Your lips stayed glued, but hers did move, damaging for a kid. Yet here I still am, contrarian with a passion for the cam, but refuse to be on the other side of the glass. An outcome of the way they used to laugh, and outcomes the needs and wants and desperate pleads. I want someone to want something from me.
Conducting their investigation of the victims who were shot there. National National with National and this house now staff Murphnero. Make it also in this Nevasu, kept us that the seals with Ella Boston. Bring out the fire with the air, we kept us out. I show Smith gift the home side of the roll. Steady gift buzzer with National not like fire trees. So this snippy, get home set and seal of Vanilla argument. But you can still have the rest of the station on what I call it. There we do shit in the boy. There will be good.